Yeah.
There.
Yeah.
I turned it upside down because I don't want water.
I'll take some.
That's what I used to do when I was a bartender. I used to tell them, turn your glasses upside down. That way the waitress knows not to pour you water.
Yes, perfect. Thank you.
Hey, we're here with Charlie Giles tonight. Andrea came down with Charlie, brought him to our movies here in Wayne. It's March 19th, 2009.
Yes, it is.
And we have a few people here after our movie. You guys mind if I film you?
Hey, hello everyone.
So we're just talking, and we're just going to set this down and keep talking.
So, where was I? I forget where I was. I lost my train. I lose my train of thought.
Oh, you're talking about HR 840.
Oh,
it's 847.
Talking about
So
going back down on the
the
31st.
trip down. Oh, thank you very much, young lady.
The two veggie sandwiches?
So what's happening is on the 31st of this month, John Field and the Feel Good Foundation is taking 2 busloads of people down to Washington, D.C. We have our bill, H.R. 847, the James Adroga Health and Compensation Act, that was introduced about a month and a half ago by Carolyn Maloney. It was one of the first things that was done in the 111th Congress. And it's been sitting in the House Energy Subcommittee. Well, President Barack Obama contacted Congress and said, take it out of the committee and put it on the floor and get it voted on. We have 150% support from Barack Obama.
That is great. I'm so happy to hear that.
Barack Obama, actually on the anniversary of the attacks, was at Ground Zero and made a statement.
I remember that.
And he made a statement that he will support the families, he will support the rescue workers, all the first responders. He will do anything it takes to make sure that we get the compensation that we deserve.
And has anyone else said that except for Kucinich? I mean, in the Senate or Congress?
Well, we have Dennis Kucinich, we have Carolyn Maloney from New York, Long Island. We have Jerry Nadler. We have what's his first name? Congressman Weiner. We have Congressman King from Long Island.
King, right? Okay.
These were the people that, and Congressman Mahoney. There's Maloney and Mahoney, who introduced this bill, H.R. 847. They're the co-signers, and then everybody has signed on to it. And we have one person from New Jersey who's not sure if he's going to vote on it. He wants one part taken out, and that's the Victims' Compensation Act. Part of this bill is that, as I was telling the gentleman before, is that we would get compensated for our economic losses. For example, I lost my home last year. I would get compensated for that out of this bill. And Congressman Adler from New Jersey wants that piece taken out of this bill. And we were supposed to have it this past Wednesday, yesterday actually, and we had to postpone it. We're going to have a big press conference in Barnegat to talk about 9/11, to talk about H.R. 847, but to talk about what's recently happened to me. And I don't know if you guys are interested in knowing what happened to me recently or not. I don't want to bore you with it.
Yeah, no, we'd like to hear, and I'd love to get it on tape just for, posterity.
Right. Well, as I said, I was waiting 7.5 years, and there was a lot of red tape that I had to go through. They said I never applied. They lost my paperwork. Then they said I never applied. Then a crime victim says, well, we can't give you any money. We have money that you're entitled to, but we can't give it to you till you get your workers' compensation. Workers' compensation comes first. So 7.5 years later, I still haven't gotten a dime from the government. But anyway, about a month ago, I was awarded finally, after 7.5 years of waiting, I was awarded $41,000 plus $800 biweekly for the rest of my life from workers' compensation, which $1,600 a week would pay my rent for my wife, my children, and myself. That I'm happy with that, and that's only till I die. That money would only be till I die. I'm fighting for my Social Security. I'll get into that in a minute. But what happened was they investigated it. I went through 3 hearings. It was one of the quicker decisions that was made by New York State Workers' Compensation. They expedited it, and at the second hearing, it was said that I have to go through an IME report, an independent medical examination. 1 report. Well, Newman Claim Administrators of Buffalo, New York, and I'll give you all their information because I'm going to ask you to do me a favor, if you would, at the end. Newman Claim Administrators sent me to 3 IME reports. So I said, you know what, I'm going to go. The judge said 1. I get 3 notices in the mail from 3 different doctors. I said, I have nothing to hide. All 3 doctors got the 800 pages from my lawyer of my medical records. I have 17 diagnoses and take 28 medications a day. I take 28.
17 diagnoses.
Let's just. I'll take the list out. I carry this list with me because if I was to drop right here, the medics would need to know what I take. The black is the list of my medications. The blue are my allergies, and the green are all my diagnoses.
Quite a list.
This is my life.
Wow.
I take in the morning. Every morning, I have to take 14 pills, and then at night, I have to take something like 17 pills because some of them are twice a day. That's my life. I use a CPAP machine.
For your respiratory?
My pulmonary function is currently at 49%. Bronchoscopy, which was shown in the movie, recent bronchoscopy that was done, it's been about a year now since they did the bronchoscopy. My right lung collapsed during that bronchoscopy, and they had to put me on a ventilator to reinflate my lung. I was on a vent for a while, and the results were not disclosed to me. My doctor from the Mount Sinai monitoring program says, we don't know what we just found, was the answer of Robert Wood Johnson Hospital.
Interesting.
They could not identify the product that was in my lungs. So they sent it out to Mount Sinai in New York. Mount Sinai couldn't figure it out. They sent it to Bellevue. These are all the centers of excellence that take care of 9/11 first responders. They sent it out to Stony Brook. Finally, nobody could figure out what this black stuff was that they took out of my lungs. So they send samples down to the CDC. I get a call from my doctor, from Robert Wood, saying, you have to come in next Thursday. The CDC is going to be here for 2 patients, one in New York and you're the second one, and they need to speak to you about your recent testing. And I said, what recent testing? He says, your bronchoscopy results. They know what the black stuff is. It turned out to be pulverized concrete, plastic, glass, wood, and other chemical agents in my lungs. My lungs are like leather. My respiratory function's at 49% and dropping. I use a nebulizer 4 times a day. I sleep with a CPAP machine. I have chronic sleep apnea. Life is a living hell for me. Andrea knows. I showed her the first thing I did when she got in the car. I said, Andrea, if I give you my car keys and tell you to get my bag, there's a black bag that's in my car. It carries a portable nebulizer. It also carries nitroglycerin and a pulse oximeter.
What was my response? You sure you don't want me to drive?
You sure you don't want me to drive? I was just like, with all those medications, you sure you don't want me to drive? And I said, no, I like to drive. It relaxes me. You know, driving relaxes me.
How can you relax when you drive 80 miles an hour?
Well, I had the foot of an ambulance driver. Come on. And did I not point out every single ambulance that was?
Oh, is that? That's what you were.
I was the director of citywide mobile EMS, a private ambulance service in the city of New York, which is a backup to the fire department.
Okay.
And that was my duty on 9/11. So anyway.
Asbestos traces?
Mesothelioma. I will develop mesothelioma. It takes about 10 years for it to develop. It's been 7 years. So they're constantly doing tests on my lungs. I'm actually going for a CAT scan next. What is it? Thursday or Friday, I believe it is. I have